enough to the mic or too
It's
far?
8:42. Okanagan Oldies, Gord Vizzuti here, joined by another guest this morning, and pleased to introduce our audience to a man whose name will certainly be recognized, if not his image. And you can have a look at him if you're watching us online this morning. It's Tom Budd. Tom, good morning to
Good
you.
morning to you.
Tom Budd is, for those of you who may not know, the most generous man in the city of Kelowna. Tom, you are singularly responsible for, I think, donating more than anybody in the history of this part of the world. Thank you on behalf of all the groups that you have been so generous toward. I want to, in case that hasn't happened, make that perfectly clear. What motivates you?
Well, first, I appreciate the comments, and I would put myself in the group of being one of the generous people in town. But there are some, I think, that are more generous than me, that have just done it in a quieter manner, and I applaud them and respect them, and they've led the way for me to do what I'm doing so far.
What,
But maybe one day I will be the most generous, because if I'm lucky, I still have a few years to go.
Everybody needs a challenge, Tom. Again, what's your motivation? Why the desire deep within you, obviously, to make this a better place?
Well, it's kind of changed. I apologize for the quiver. There's the before my sons died, and there's after my sons died. So I was a very successful investment banker, and made more money than you need, more money you can imagine. And luckily, I came from a relatively poor middle class family, and things didn't feel right. So I started giving my money away, and it made me feel better about myself. There was something missing in life. So the more I gave, the better I felt, and I learned that. When my sons died, or at least one, I've used the giving back. I've used my generosity as a positive character trait to actually pull me out of the hole. And I can say that helping others, giving back, having a higher purpose will make you feel better. It's part of emotional well-being, emotional health, and that's what today's about, mental health. I feel better as a person when I help others, and it's saved my life since my sons died.
It's still difficult to talk about. Obviously, I'm touched by a similar tragedy. Many of my friends are as well, and I don't know if it gets easier. It gets maybe someone becomes number, but it's certainly always there. Hats off to you for being able to talk about it so openly. Mental health, especially for youth, has become that much more important to you.
It's my focus. We're one of my main focuses these days. I'm in fact working with the Canadian Mental Health Association. We're going to be bringing back the Ride Don't Hide in the summertime to put the spotlight on mental illness, mental awareness, and to try to take the stigma away and give an avenue for teenagers to talk about their issues.
Is that why you're cycling into the Okanagan Oldies studio this morning?
Not really. It's part of what I'm doing. You know, to be honest, it never gets easier. And you use the word numbing. Numbing's not a good coping skill. It might temporarily solve the problem. My view is to get through this kind of pain, you have to walk through it. You have to feel it like I am now. So when I cry, when I fall apart, that's actually good. And thank you for letting me experience that. That's part of what people can do to help others heal, is to make them feel comfortable. But for me, it's a matter now, what purpose do I have? I've lost my kids. So I have several choices, and they're not all good. But luckily, I've been able to choose, you know what, I'm going to do the best I can to live. I'm going to do the best I can to survive. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to try to at least help one other person every day. So when I saw what Bell Media was doing, I thought, hey, that's a great opportunity for me. I spend time in coffee shops. My bikes were decoed out, and reach out, talk. That's what it says all over my bike. And I thought today would be a great day to just get on my bike, ride the coffee shops where people talk. Those same coffee shops saved my life by people coming up to me and saying they cared. So today I'm here to say, you know, I care. I'm willing to talk about myself. I'm willing to be vulnerable. Maybe somebody else will open up and start to let out some of their pain, which leads to healing.
Tom, You're choking me up here. I want to thank you for coming in. If you're at a coffee shop around Kelowna today, you might look for the man in the yellow jersey riding his logoed bicycle. He's got a few things to say, and well said, Tom. Thank you very much. Continued success to you, and we certainly hope the best for you and your family and everyone that you touch. And if there's ever anything we can do to advance that cause, we should be the first phone call you make. Thanks for dropping in.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it. Tom Budd, everybody.
Get Castanet's mobile app, available now on iTunes and Google Play.